Hey y'all, this is Jennifer at Creative Art Spark. I'm on the last attempt at making this sympathy card. If it doesn't work, I'm just going to call it a day. So what I have done, I have watercolored some flowers. I heat embossed them with white and with clear, and then I watercolored them. Then I took a card panel and I stamped it with Distress Oxide. This was an Altenew panel die. I'm not sure what you call it. But anyway, it was a full plate die. And I made a stencil out of it by cutting 2 or 3 sheets of white and gluing them together. So I stenciled with the Altenew ink, and then I pounced it with embossing ink, clear embossing ink, and I sprinkled clear embossing powder on it. And there, now you can see a little bit of the sparkle. Not every one of those things got a good coating of it. It's kind of random, and I kind of like that. So that's what I have done to date. Now I'm going to try to cut out my card, or not my cards, my flowers. Let's see. These flowers are the Sunshine Bloom die and stamps from Altenew. So I'm going to put this on here and oh, look at that. I got pretty close right off the bat. Okay, so now I need to find tape. Alright. I'm going to put you on pause for a minute. Okay, one of the tips to having your washi tape not eat up your paper is to put it on your wrist and take some of the stickum off of it. So I'm going to get this situated. I'm going to put it across. I'm going to lay it on my mat, and I'm going to run it through my die cutting machine, and I've stacked stuff up on it. There ain't no telling what's going to happen when I run it through. Okay, and I think I told you in some of the other attempts that where I was trying to make this video, I've got a new mat, and so my lighting is not quite, and my camera position are not quite where they need to be, but as I get more used to the mat, I'm sure I will improve things. So there's one pretty little flower. Alright, let's try another. Okay, round and around and around we go. That looks like that might be it. Right there. So let's pull our tape off. I think I've got 4 of the blue flowers and 4 of the pitiful purple flowers. I did the purple flowers on camera, and I just didn't like them, so I went off camera and did the blue ones. Well, let me just get a new piece of tape, and I'm off the film. Okay, I'm sticking it on my wrist, or on my hand, and then I'm taking it off. And they make mint tape for this, and they make a yellow tape, and I don't have either one of those, but washi tape works just as well once you take some of the extra stickum off. Alright, I'm going to lay that down on my magnetic mat, run it through my die cutter, and hope it comes back really nice and purty, as my grandma would have said. Okay, let's see what we got. The reveal, I guess you could call it. Oh, turned out pretty good. It's not 100% fantastic, but it will work. Alright, now let's do these two. Of course, my paper is kind of warped from the watercolor, and this was not watercolor paper, this was mixed media paper, and it said that it was good for wet mediums, so we tried it. Okay, let's get you honed in there, little die. Okay, that one looks to be in there. Put it on the mat, run it through the cutter. Pretty good. Alright, last blue one. I don't think that's the right way. It might have been. It's always kind of hard to tell. Yep, that's it. Squeeze it on over so that you can see. Okay, we're going to hope that's it. We're going to tape that down. We're going to tape this other side just to be careful. Okay. This was a pretty little stamp and die set. I don't remember when I ordered it from Altenew, but I really do like it. I discovered it the other day. Do y'all have stamps and dies that you discover that you didn't know you had and you'd never really used? Well, that's how it's done here at my house. So there is the fourth blue flower. Now let's try some purple flowers. Like I say, I wasn't real satisfied with my purple flowers. Which ones do I like the best? I like that one pretty good. We'll see what happens. I probably won't use the purple flowers, but you just never know. We will see. Okay, rotate that around till you find where it goes. I believe that might be it. Tape it down. Let's come over here and get this tape. Tape it down. I'm thinking on my panel I might want to spray, I might want to spritz it. We'll see. I'm not entirely sure. I didn't really have a plan of attack when I started this, and that might be why it's been such a disaster. There's a purple flower. Let's cut one more. See what happens. We can always cut the others out later. Come off of there. Let's see. I believe I like this one and this one. Let's cut this one. I can use the other two in my art journal if I don't. I can use any of them in the art journal. I love using my scraps in my art journals. Makes them fun. Okay, now tape. Tape's on my wrist. Let's see, can we slide this one into place? Looks like right there, maybe. Okay. That might have slid over a little bit in my haste. And this paper being warped doesn't help. As I dried in between my watercolor layers. Okay. Well, that didn't work, did it? Okay. Let's flatten the paper. And let's try this again. That looks to be it. Tape it down. Okay, now let's run it through the die cutting machine. And let's see what we got. Not bad, not great. All right, we'll throw that and that aside. We'll get rid of these things. We don't need them. All right. Now let's think about our little card panel. That's not bad. But let's do some mica spray first. I'm going to put you on pause while I pick some out. Okay, we're going to try an experiment. And if I don't like it, I'll just turn the camera off and I'll make another card. Not a biggie. We're going to take some Tim Holtz Barn Door Distress Spritz. Say that fast 3 times and see what happens. And we're going to hold our card up. And we're going to spritz it. And then we're going to take our water bottle to make it run. And then we're going to spritz again. Okay. I might need some blue. I saw some blue. That's the shine. Oh, blue. Oh, blue. Okay. We're just going to dry this and we're going to go with what we got. I'm tired of making this card. Let's dry this. Well, that's different looking, isn't it? Okay. It's pretty much dry. those dots that have congregated on the embossed sections, they just wipe off. Alright, so now let's lay our flowers back on there and see. I like that. Alright, I'm going to pause y'all and I'm going to find me some leaves. Okay, I've got some leaves cut and I'm going to do some ink blending with Honeydew Glow and Tempest Teal. I cut some vellum leaves and some white cardstock leaves. So let's see what we get. We're just going to stamp, stamp, stamp. And let's find a place for this one. Okay. I love the teal Tempest because you can get some really neat greens. And you can go deep, you can go light. It doesn't matter. I'll get a little bit on this one. Vellum doesn't dry as quickly. So let's stop with that. That looks pretty good. Let's stop with that because we just want just little hints of color. Just little hints. Didn't know where my little lids are for my pouncers. I'll just throw them back over there. Alright, let's get our lids on our inks. Let's bring these over. Well, they got just, can you see that? It's just a little tiny hint of color in those leaves. I like that. We may have to cut more. Okay, let's come back with our card panel. Actually, why don't we put our card panel on our card base? Let's dry it a little more. Close your ears. Cut myself a card panel now. And I think I want to put my, I'm cutting a card base, but I want to put my panel up on foam tape, I believe. I'm gonna cheat, and I'm going to use my cutting board to score my card base. Okay, I've got to get this thing adjusted because it's not, I'm having to really stretch. Okay. I think I want to ink that. I'm running my ink pad along the edges of my card panel carefully. just to give it a little bit of definition. Okay, might need a little more on that side. Usually this is when I mess up and drop the ink pad right in the middle of the panel. Alright, we're stopping with that. See, I just about dropped it. Okay, now we're going to take our foam tape and we're going to put foam along the back of the panel so that it kind of pops it up off the base. This stuff is some more sticky. But it's going to also, it's a twofold thing. It's going to help flatten my panel out from all the embossing and spraying that I've done, and raise it up so that it has dimension. Dimension, not dementia. Okay, I'm sending flying pieces of foam tape everywhere. Probably end up with some in my hair. I've been known to find glitter dots in my hair before. Okay. I'm going to use a lot of this foam tape this time because this piece really needs flattening. Because I did so many wet treatments. And it's not, well, watercolor paper would have warped also, but probably not to the extent that this mixed media paper is flattening, or warping, I mean. The one thing that you don't want to do when you're putting foam tape down is run it all the way to the edge of your card, because if you do that, then you can see the foam tape from the front side, and you don't want to see your foam tape. I keep getting off camera. I'm sorry. I'll have to play around with this setup a little more. Okay. I think 2 more pieces and we'll be done with this. And then, hopefully, the little secret that I know about getting it on your card panel straight will also help, hopefully. Alright, let's come up like that. And down through there like that. Alright. So see how that flattened that out? Okie dokie. Now then, our panel is smaller than our card. So I'm going to put it in place like that, and that looks fairly straight. And I'm going to pull away one strip of the tape. And then I can lift all the others off, and my panel will be straight. There's other ways of doing it to get it straight. This is just the one I chose this time. It just made more sense, and I don't know, I just went ahead and did it. Okay. So there is my panel. Now we can do this 2 ways. We can do a side fold, well, a top fold, we can do a side fold. I generally like the side fold. So now let's take our flowers and let's kind of drop them in place. Do we want, where's my other blue? I think I want all blue flowers. And then I want to come along with my green leaves. I see a little piece that needs to be poked out. All right, let's get this on here like this. Get this on here like this. And then come in here just slightly off center maybe. I'm just playing. I'm not 100% decided on anything yet. Maybe I just want to go in with the vellum leaves. Let's see what the vellum leaves would look like. I think I want the green leaves. That looks pretty. And take this one. Do we want vellum on that one? Maybe not. Maybe we want to come along with this one and do some trimming. And we can do that. And trim this off right here. Put that one right there. And then we can come along with vellum over here. And vellum is see-through and I've lost one. How does this always happen to me? Oh, because I've got it laying under here. Okay. So I could put a sprig of vellum there. I think we'll do that. Okay, now once I get things placed, another little trick that I like to do is to lift up part of the piece I'm going to glue and get it glued into place. That way, then I can lift up the other side and put my glue on and still maintain the integrity of my placement. Just like that. Okay. And so then for this one, I want to come along right here and lift this up. And your pieces are going to shift a little bit because they're very fine die cuts, but you can always push and squish and smash them into submission, as I say. Okay, let's get that little sprig in there. He's going right up to the edge of the card. And then we're going to turn this one around and get this. Okay. I think I'm going to save for my sympathy. Maybe I'll put my sympathy there, and maybe I'll put it on the inside. I've got leaves left over, so I could come along and put a little sprig up here in the corner, or I could put it coming down like that. I like that. That one I don't have to worry so much about placement. It's just going to go right up here, right like that. Okay, I'm going to pop my flowers up, but let's work on some placement. Now the question becomes, do I want to use my vellums? I'm just not sure. But I can, because I can take a little sprig and I can put behind my leaf and pop it up, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to glue this to my vellum. Vellum will show, it usually will show the glue, and so that's why I'm doing this on the back. Then I'm going to frame again. I'm so sorry. Then I'm going to come along with a piece of tape, and that tape is showing right there, so I'm going to peel it up just a little bit, and I'm going to cut it off. Okay, so now I can come along and play. Now that, I like that. Okay, I like that. Let's get the other two sort of vellumed up, if you will. Do I want to do it like that? Oh, my good, pretty vellum is hiding, isn't it? Let's try this one. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Okay, so we want glue under here. Oh, I totally missed that one. Glue under there. Kind of hold it in place. and it is not showing. So we're going to lay it right there. All right. We have this film. Don't we have another one? Maybe we don't. It's all right. Get you up where you can see what I'm doing. Okay, I'm going to put glue on these leaves. So that they are attaching to the card, and I'm hiding the glue. And then I'm going to take a piece of foam tape and put like that. And I want to cut this little edge off right here. And I'm going to come along like that. Just like that. We can bring this one further down. And the other thing I want to do is put a little drop of glue in the center of these. And I want to take my diamond dots. Once I locate my diamond dots. I just had them just a little while earlier. Fiddle-dee-dee. Did you eat my diamond dots, Daphne? Yeah. I'm going to sprinkle diamond dots in the centers of my flowers. Diamond dots are little pieces of broken glass, so you need to be a little careful with them. But they give you some extra sparkle. And I just want to be sure that they all the extras are knocked off. It's kind of like glitter. You don't want it falling out all over the place. Okay. And there is my card. It's got some depth and all that good stuff, and I'm going to worry about the sentiment later. I think y'all are sick of seeing me at the moment. I don't blame you a bit. But thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.